Hi girls, getting ready for neighbors? You're going to get some neighbors. What I'm doing now is the initial steps of making a little expansion on the coop. Just want to put a little side extension over on the side here for my two little chicks. They're not able to integrate with the large chickens yet, so I want to make a separate little place for them over there. That way they're here, but they're out of reach of the chickens. I don't need any pecking going on. I don't need any misbehavior. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to isolate them on the side. I don't know, maybe a 3 feet by 7 feet little mini run, you want to call it. And then I'll put doorways in here that you can open and close. And of course, keep them closed in the beginning so they can eventually go back and forth. They're getting chased by a mean chicken that's pecking them or something, they can scoot in there and maybe get away. I looked at the coop to see where I could add on. I don't want to put in the front here, there's not enough space. Plus you can see it from the road when you're going by. Same reason I didn't want to put it on this side. You could see it from the road. It would stand out like a sore thumb. It would look bad. Back, I had the nest box back there. I didn't want to have to reach over every time to get the eggs out of the nest box. So the only other solution is to put it on this side here, which means I'm going to have to cut a lot of this back, which means I'm going to sneeze a lot because there's a lot of dust on there and pollen. A couple trees back there to cut back. I think it's probably going to be about 3 feet wide, 6, 7 feet long. That'll be enough for them until they get big enough. So let's start looking at what we got to do here. I think what we're going to start with is our combination you've seen before. Harbor Freight, small generator. Get them started, it's been a while. Starts easy. We're also going to be using our Black & Decker 13-inch hedge clippers. 110, generator runs it through the cord. I think that'll work for now. I'm going to use the trimmer while I have them out to trim the rest of these hedges. I'll be back in a minute. Now here's a $10 yard sale find that I love and hate. It's probably the worst chainsaw I ever owned in my life. But then again, it's 40 volts. Got a battery check on the back. It works, and it was $10. But man, she's slow and jumpy. First generation battery powered chainsaw. I don't know. Okay. Beats taking out the big chainsaw when you only have a little job like this. All I have to do is cut this one little wild cherry, and that's it. There we go. Here's the corner cleaned out. That'll give me enough room to get back in there and put that little extension on. Okay, so I had a chance to begin on the expansion of the coop here a little bit. Dug out my desired area. I laid 4x4s in the ground there. Put chicken wire on the ground underneath the dirt so I can't get any intruders digging up. And I cut a couple of the roof joists, if you want to call them that. Nine-degree angle. They're going to go up back in here on this angle, right in there. I'll come out 42, and then we're going to have 2x3s go down to the foundation. The sun kind of washes this out a little bit, but trust me, that's how it's going to work. And on the top, we're going to have 2x3 sleepers that go across for our roofing panels. I have plenty more of them in the back. Okay, so I have my roof rafters screwed on. Temporarily, of course. This also to be taken apart and painted. And what I did was I went along and it's going to be held in by 2 screws. In the meantime, before I get it finished up, the one screw's not all the way in. It's going to give me a chance to pivot my roof joist either down or up to meet the wall that I'm going to build up underneath of it. These are all done here. Now, to get the position of my wall, my 2x3 is going to go at the bottom. And what we're going to do is we're going to hold our angle. Come on, don't fail me now. We're going to bring it out to 90. Good enough for government work right there. And we're going to make a mark right along that edge. We're going to do the same thing at the other end. This is all temporary for the time being, so I'm going to take it down and paint it before I put it all together. I'm going to have to cut that U up a little bit over there too. This is kind of in the way. I do have all the roof rafters cut on, screwed together with the top plate, painted. So that's a step in the right direction. Got them a little bit more even. I like to paint as I go, so a lot of the places that don't normally get paint, and that keeps it from rotting out as quickly. Yeah, I still have to remind myself this is only a chicken coop, and a small addition to one at that. So those wall studs are up. That was a quick, easy little thing to do. I was waiting for the paint to dry more than anything else. Pretty much lined up now. So I've been thinking about what I was going to do to keep the chickens in here. Some kind of a roost, miniature coop kind of thing. So chickens are going to be isolated at times from the other side of the coop. I want them to have all the facilities that the big chickens have, so that when they're getting ready to cross over they can, or if they choose to stay here, they can. So the thinking now is that I'm going to make a full miniature coop on the end. I'm going to have a way to get up into it from inside. What I'm going to make is kind of going to match what I have back here already, just on a much smaller scale. And I've already found a couple pieces that I can use for it. An old project that I had laying around is just almost the right size to fit in here and to make a floor for the coop. I looked around at some of my plywood that I have. I think I'll be able to piece up pretty much everything I need to make an enclosure here for them. So this panel I have here is 32 inches wide. What I need is 30 and a half. So that's okay, not a problem. Take some of the screws out, saw it down, put it back together again, not an issue. And 24 inches wide, which is exactly the spacing on my wall studs. Not a problem, this is going to work just fine. Okay, we're outside again today. I dug around and found some cut-offs from the last coop construction time, and actually when I made my shed in 2011. This plywood's been sitting outside since then, and it hasn't rotted or anything. I find that amazing. I don't know what kind of glue or preservative they're putting in this stuff. It makes me want to wear a mask when I'm sawing it. Okay, a couple ideas I came up with. Quickly put on this little ledge where they're going to have their roost inside. They're going to have a place to stay. I was looking around in my garage and stuff, and I found a small window that I bought for a shed one time. I never used it. So the chickens are going to have a window right on this end here. Getting ready to frame it in. Yep, chickens are going to have a window. I'll have to put hardware cloth over it so nothing can break in through there because it's only vinyl. I went down to Home Depot this morning and got a few pieces of lumber, 1x, and a couple pieces of 5/4 to make a door with, and a couple hinges and barrel bolts. It was $91. I made up my mind quickly. From now on, we're going to go the cheap route. Kind of lost my mind there for a second. So what that means is I'm probably going to have to take this plywood and cut it into pieces that are going to match whatever sizes I need. Might not overlay, it might just be butt joints. I'll have to caulk it and paint it quite a bit. I'm not paying $47 a sheet for that stuff. I think when I got it, it was $22. Alright, I had a little bit more time to work on the Coop expansion today. Put another coat of paint on the floor. I was able to get the window framed out. I was able to get the, if you want to call it T111 on there. But that's it. That's about the progress for today. Had a little bit of time to work on it. Here's the front. Like I say, I haven't painted it and secured it yet. It's just in there. The door's going to come up. I'm going to be able to lock it up. So here's the panel I made today with the little door in it. The idea behind the door being on one side is that little run is so small. I'm going to try to put steps up to this, and I want it on the side. I'll be able to show that later when I get further along in this. Okay, at it again today. Made me realize I better get on this roof because it rained pretty hard last night and a lot of stuff got wet that shouldn't have gotten wet. So yeah, we're going to start working on it. Actually, I have worked on it a little bit already. What I've done is I've gotten the roof ready for the metal roofing. Got a couple purlins there. What I'm going to go do is go back to my first set of screws, loosen them up, actually take them all the way out. And I need pieces 36 inches long. They're going to slide up into underneath here, right about up into there. So yeah, that'll give me a little bit of overlap. If I was building a different kind of building, I'd probably do it differently. It's really hard to get a good camera angle on this here. This is so close back in these corners here. But we're going to give it a try. Up we go. Under. We want to try to be even with the end of this right here, so we have a 2-inch overhang. Yeah, I know, I could have taken the leaves off. I didn't. roofing's a little bit more beat up than the other one. 2 there. 2. 2. How's she looking on the sides? 2 on the sides. I'm going to take just a little bit more on it. Okay, now we got it located. We got things pretty much squared away there. Okay, there's our door. Quick and easy. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm setting this door into our frame. The easiest way I found to do this is just put wedges in all the way around, kind of like how you would set a window.